Well, two slices of bouncy bass on there. We've got Muddy Waters doing You're Gonna Miss Me. Before that, Charlie Feathers, Get With It. And about 3,000 people had the amazing experience of watching Charlie Feathers on stage yesterday. And now the rest of us can enjoy speaking to him. Charlie, it's unbelievable to have you over here.
It's really nice to be here, Charlie. Yes, sir. Really.
Well, I was surprised how relaxed you looked. You looked as if you felt at home yesterday on that stage.
I did. I felt at home the minute I got here. In Memphis, back in the States there, was about like this back in the early days. It's changed now, I mean.
Memphis has changed?
Yeah. Memphis is not Memphis anymore.
Well, if London 1977 can be like Memphis in 1952, that's all right with us.
It's that way. It's that way. I told Warren before we land on the plane. But the car's on the wrong side of the street. I mean, look odd there, but I guess you get used to that. But I know over there it probably looks the same way to y'all.
And can you understand what's going on? I mean, do you understand why people here would appreciate music which in America they more or less forgotten about now?
Yeah, I like. You just played a tune there just then, man. I mean, that's the only kind of music I know. All I've ever known. I learned it down in Mississippi years ago. Well, I don't know. It works me up. I can get worked up listening at it, and I guess, yeah, I can understand why people would like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So can we? We're playing it every week, and when I play that thing, Muddy Waters doing "You're Gonna Miss Me," you wonder if that was played every day on the radio. You think a lot of people would like it,
Oh well, it gets me.
And that was the main music you heard when you were growing up?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that was about 1949, but everything that's in a rockabilly record to me is in that one there. Would you say so?
Right.
Or is there other things?
That's it right there.
So we've been listening to your voice before we got you here, because Anthony Wall, a listener to the program, went over to America and did an interview with you and brought it back, and we played it, how you were talking about the mixture of I think you call that cotton patch blues. Or maybe you don't.
Well, no, that's not really cotton patch blues there, but it's the next thing to it. Really.
Well, what's been added to the cotton patch blues to make that?
You wouldn't play the guitar with the bar. He's
Right.
playing with a bar on there. See,
Yeah.
I mean, no, Cotton Patch Blues is a little bit different than that.
Okay. Well, one of the things you talked about when you were talking about what makes rockabilly, you were talking about that kind of, blues, and then you talked about the bluegrass.
Yeah, that's right.
And we were going to play a Bill Monroe thing. What was it the bluegrass brought to country music, or the
Upright bass.
upright bass?
Yeah.
That wasn't in country music before that.
Well, yeah, country music, but now this is not country. We're not playing country now. It's not really country. It's a rockabilly. See?
Yeah.
So I mean, all the country guys took it on back to Nashville. They couldn't compete with it. I could put you a rhythm guitar player and an upright bass man on the stage, and they'd blow them off stage. That's back when this stuff started happening.
And it's still going on, as we saw last night.
So Nashville can keep their thing. I love this music.
Bill Monroe.
Man, that's tough.
And you were talking while I was playing, saying how they recorded that just one mic in the middle of the room.
Oh yeah, man. And that's true, man. True sound. I'm gonna tell you, it's nobody been able to follow Bill.
Bill Monroe.
He don't sing false. He don't sing falsetto. It's his true voice.
Yeah.
He gets out there and get it, man.
But when you were in your teens, I guess you were actually singing blues mainly.
No, I heard a lot of blues. That's the only music I was around.
But what were you
But
singing?
a Cat Patch guitar.
But what were you singing yourself when you were singing?
I tried to sing this, Blue Moon of Kentucky, but I couldn't play it. I seen him with a mandolin in his hand, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a little guitar. I go back and I hear these the colored people playing the blues, Cat Patch blues, and that's all only thing I could hit a lick or two of. So I was doing Blue Moon of Kentucky. That's back in '49.
You were doing it as early as that?
Oh, Lord, before that.
But you were doing it more or less the same way that Bill Monroe did it?
No, sat down there and worked with Scotty on the guitar and got him playing it. They got a tape on it down there before we ever cut it.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I heard when you sang Good Rockin' Tonight last night, you said, now here's the way I arranged this song.
Yeah, I arranged all the early stuff and sung on Elvis.
So Elvis just like came in afterwards as the voice on it?
Well, I had a lot of that stuff down on tape already. He still got a lot of it on tape. It's never been released. Me, Scotty, and Bill.
Really?
Definitely.
I don't think anybody ever knew that before.
Well, I had some people come up this morning over in the lobby over there at the hotel, and they was asking me about some songs, and yeah, I remember them.
And they're on tape.
I've never heard them out nowhere. Sam's got them. Somebody went out there and went into his house, and that's Sam Phillip. A lot of people might not know who we're talking about, but he's the one that owns Sun Label. Went out to his house, hunting a lot of stuff. Shelby might have done that. So about that, because he kept sitting back down there trying to find out some more tapes. And somebody went out to his house, man, and just ransacked it. Went through and stole a lot of stuff out of it. And he's got a safe out there, and he got a lot of tapes. Nobody's heard these tapes. I mean, nobody.
Oh, well, nobody knew they existed.
See, I came back 10 years later, and I asked Knox down there. So Knox
is
kid.
Sam's son?
Yeah, that's true. He's a kid. Yes, yeah. So go ahead. I said, what's one song I'd like to hear? Just to see how it compete with the music nowadays. Yeah, and about a week before that, I was talking to Sam. Yeah, man, when he pointed out some tapes in there, and I seen a few of the tapes. Well, now a week later, the tapes wasn't there anymore. And this is 10 years later when he found out that I wasn't dead, I guess.
Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, keep shining bright.
And that's Blue Moon of Kentucky, sung by Elvis, but arranged Europe.
That's a 10-4 on that.
And you were talking about Junior Kimball as a guitar player that you knew down in the Delta, I guess?
Right. He was playing this stuff way before Scotty and before he even got in around Nashville, or, Martha Carson and them. They picked it up and had guitar players playing that type of stuff. Bill Carlisle had a guitar player playing that type of stuff. About 4 or 5 different guitar players there started that picking about that same way. And,
Well, I hope we can get something of Junior Kimball where he's recorded in ideal conditions and shown with a good guitar. All we got is a tape that Anthony Wall did on a cassette, but it's still you get an idea of the magic of the guy on this thing. You just hear, whoop, not that. Let me find the right tape. Here we go. Lovely, yeah? Junior Kimball. And we think that's called Meet Me Over in the City, yeah?
That's right.
Beautiful.
Man, you speed that thing up just a little and put an upright bass on it, ooh, you wouldn't believe it.
And he would play it like that?
Yeah. Oh, man. If he showed up on the show tonight, I wouldn't stay there. I'd be gone. And I would advise the other boys to leave, too.
Well,
just him and the guitar. See? I stopped in a town down in Mississippi, me and him. And a policeman asked him, so you play guitar? And he started playing there. And it was a traffic jam. See? Man, this guy is great. Greatest guitar player in the world. This guitar's out of tune. He just reached and got it into it. He just started playing.
Yeah.
Now, I see a lot of fine guitar players. They tune the guitar for it. This guy make it sound in tune when it's out of tune.
Great. All right, well, we could...
And that was a little bitty set, too. That wasn't done in the studio.
I know. I was on a cassette. Well, we could talk to you all day, Charlie. I hope you're going to come back again to England and to the show.
I hope so. I enjoy it.
And we'll do a whole hour and a half with you. But there's other people. Warren
Yeah,
Smith,
Pinball
Buddy
and other
Knox.
people. That's right.
Well, you've been playing all the time, haven't you? You never retired, really, or did you? I don't know.
Oh yeah, I quit playing there.
Did you?
Man, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Okay, but
Quit.
now you're back again.
Yeah, my family there, they playing now. They finally growed up and started playing a little music.
And you had your son Bubba with you yesterday as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, that's right.
Great.
He'll be there tonight. We're gonna rock on.
All right, we'll tell the people more details about the gig again tonight. I want to play a record which has just come out here on Redneck Records. Charlie Feathers doing Tongue Tied Jill.
Let her rip. I hadn't heard it yet.
Let me tell you about a real gone chick. She's got a different style. And when she tries,
I said that's all right. You go right ahead. I'm gonna you bang and stomp till I roll over dead.
Well, that's You Bangy Stump by Warren Smith. And when Warren came to Rainbow and sang it last night, 3,000 people stood on their feet and cheered. I've never seen anything like it. I guess you haven't either.
Neither have I. It was really fascinating. You know, out of all the years that I have been playing, you know, with exception of the last 4 or 5, which I've been out of the business, even back in the days when this song came out, the kids, you know, they really had a time at those rock and roll dances, but this is the first time that I have ever had anyone stand and applaud, you know, and you just really feel so humble. I certainly did, you know, and it was just wonderful.
Well, it was, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I just couldn't believe it myself. Just so spontaneous, wasn't it? So,
It was great.
So, I was trying to think what was going on in your mind, because I guess when you met...
I can tell you right now, I was
Well, why-
scared.
Scared?
Mm,
Of what?
real scared.
Of what?
Well, I don't know. And it'll probably be next month when I get back to America, you know, before I really realize what's taking place, you know, and I go into deep shock, you know, really.
Well, I was thinking, when you made the record, what year was that, 56?
I think so, 56.
56. And you might just have dreamed to get some sort of reaction at the time.
Right, right.
But 21 years later.
Yeah, it was a fantastic era, you know, and I don't know whether Charlie happened to mention a while ago, but we had very, very stiff competition back in them days. You know, Elvis had just broken fantastically through, you know, and it was really hard to get a record even played, you know, with him coming on so strong.
I guess made in the first place. I mean, had you been singing and playing for quite a while before you even made a record?
No, I had listened quite often to the Grand Ole Opry, you know, and I dug country music, and at the time that I started recording, I was, as a matter of fact, I was playing with a country band over in a place called Cotton Club over in West Memphis, Arkansas, and Sam Phillips and Johnny Cash came in one night over there, and of course I had heard of John, you know, and they invited me to come back to the table and sit down, and he introduced me to Sam Phillips, who owned Sun Records, and you know, to start with, I thought it was some kind of a fluke, you know, you can hear all those kind of things all the time, you know, so he asked me to come over to Sun Records the next day, and old Johnny Cash said, well, I've got a song for you if you're interested, and I said, I said, well, good, you know, so the next morning about 6:30, I showed up at Sun Records, you know, and I sat there until about dinner until it opened, you know. And up drove Johnny Cash and Sam Phillips, and he showed me how the song went, and about a week later they brought a band in, and we cut Rock and Roll Ruby.
So you never met those musicians before the session? Right?
Yes, it was the same group I was playing with at the Cotton Club cut Rock and Roll Ruby with me.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And did they become regular musicians with Sun, or just with yourself? Or
No,
what?
just with myself. Of course, from time to time there was a couple of them that played on different sessions, you know. But I wasn't making enough money to carry a whole van out on the road at the time this came out, you know, so and it was about a year later before I formed my own rock band, you know.
But that hadn't been something that you'd been thinking about before, doing sort of bluesier things much. You'd been pretty much straight country.
Straight country, and I found out right quick that Sam wouldn't let me cut country, you know, so I went along with Sam, you know.